Welcome to Can Angels Fly, Tarot, and more. My name is Nancy, and I'm here to perform an Aquarius Rant, and it's surrounding the topic of selling your soul to the devil. And I'm featuring comments about, specifically about Lil Nas X, was it Montero? Thank you for dropping by. Please like my content. Please share my channel with others. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hi, George, Yanni. Let's see. All of that noise. If you're ever interested in ordering your own personal tarot reading, feel free to do so by contacting me by email. I'm in the house. I missed y'all yesterday. I went live yesterday and missed y'all. I'm trying to stay calm. How do I make this thing a little smaller? Oh, there, yes, maybe, I don't know. Oh, who knows? How are you? You said, have you heard about Robert Johnson, a jazz musician and singer, who supposedly sold his soul to the devil to be a better blues player? I think I have. I do think I have. How you doing, Yanni? Well, I come here tonight to talk about selling one's soul to the devil. I made 2 videos in the past. One was actually called Can You Sell Your Soul to the Devil? And I talk about my own personal experience with the offer to sell my soul to the devil. Another video I made sometime, that one was made in, I think, 2017. The one, Can You Sell Your Soul to the Devil? The next time I covered the topic of selling one's soul to the devil, I did so in 2019, and it was a part 2 to selling your soul to the devil, where I went in more detail about what I knew about the proposition to sell your soul to the devil. It's like I'm forgetting to do something. Anywho, I'm here today because I don't know why or how. I don't even know how. I can't recall how I got to this place here on YouTube. Once again, a suggested video or a suggested channel. It was more like a suggestion to a channel. I don't even know what it was. And it was Lil Nas X YouTube channel. So I was like, now I know I made a video yesterday when I was doing a live in which I did a birth chart interpretation to kind of find out his soul journey, what was going on with his soul and his life experiences, and how he has come to be the person that we know him to be. If you don't know Lil Nas X, he's a rapper, and I think he does his own kind of music writing or producing. Just the other day or this past week, at some point in time, he made a video where he lap danced the devil. And so in the video I did yesterday, when I did his birth chart, I go into talking about the imagery in the video. And then after that, I find out that he has produced a pair of shoes, or designed a pair of Satan shoes that have blood in them and pentagram on them. And so I believe, I understand that he's really just marketing, but he's marketing hard and he's not playing. Anywho, back to tonight. Just about 30 minutes or so ago, something always happened to spark me into going live when I don't anticipate. He said, I was busy. I'm okay working. Great time to hear from you. Your rant. All right, I done caught you at a good time. George, how that praying mantis thing going? You got it together? Tightening up your skills? So YouTube suggests a channel, and it is actually Lil Nas's channel. So I click on, I said, is this really his channel? Because I'm wondering like why it popped up. Most likely it popped up because I made the video yesterday. So anyway, I click on it. I had said that yesterday, I said, I'm gonna go back and rewatch his video called Call Me By Your Name. Which is that's gone, I believe, gone viral. That is very controversial because what he lap dancing Satan in the video, and so I said I was going to watch it again. So when his channel popped up, I was like, I might as well go over there and watch the video. But when I click on his YouTube channel, I don't first see like the contents on his page, but I do see a video. I don't even know how to say it, how I experienced it because it was unexpected. But it was this video of this bathroom, like a public restroom. And let me give you the information. Now, let me give you this information about this video. Now, mind you, I'm on what is labeled here on YouTube as Lil Nas X. That's the name of the channel. YouTube channel, Lil Nas X. The title of the video that I'm about to talk about is called Montero, Motero, which is his middle name. Montero, but you're in the bathroom of hell while Lil Nas is giving Satan a lap dance in the other room. And this video, or that video, was 2 minutes and about 17 minutes long. Now, it was published today, or yesterday, March 28th of 2021. And I viewed it on the same day it was published, which was what? March 28th, 2021. In that one day, that 2 minute and 17-second video gained 513,945 views. If my math is correct, that's a half of 1 million views, I do believe. Half a million views, more than half a million views in one day. This video that I'm about to talk about received 96K, I think that's 96,000 likes, and only of 2,800 dislikes. Let's see. Now I want to talk about this video. As mentioned, when I clicked on the video actively starts. And I find myself sitting here because I'm multitasking, I'm doing other things, and lately, whenever I click on the video, it's not starting. I have to kind of pause the video and restart it. And I don't know if it's something I'm experiencing or is it a broad issue going on. So anyway, I'm not aware that the video is not flowing, or streaming. So I'm like, oh, it might have stopped. Let me click on it to start it. Click it, pause it and start it again. So I go to click and pause and start it again, and I realized the video's already playing. So something said, something wrong, something going on. This young man is marketing, and he's a marketing genius. And so I took the sliding bar and slid all the way to the end. It is what I thought. It was just a loop of the same image of a public restroom. A public restroom. I'll try to define that a little more in detail. So it was just a still shot of a public restroom. When I say public restroom, it is the title that plays into our understanding what they are viewing over the course of that video, which is a still shot of a public bathroom. The public bathroom is remember the title, it says Montero, but you're in the bathroom. Who's in the bathroom? The person viewing the video, because the person viewing the video is seeing the bathroom, the inside of a bathroom, the surroundings, the bathroom stalls and sinks. So you, the viewer, are the person that's in the bathroom for at least 2 minutes and 17 seconds, depending on how long it takes a person to figure out that it's a still shot, you know. And it says you're in a bathroom of hell. So you're in a bathroom of hell while Lil Nas is giving Satan a lap dance in the other room. So the perspective of a person, perspective, let me write that before I forget. That's a big one. Because I forget. The perspective that the viewer has in this video is as if a person has come out of a bathroom stall, and it's a very clean, orderly bathroom. Come out the bathroom stall, and it's like an upscale club or upscale eatery, you know, that services a lot of people. That kind of bathroom, very update, you know, decor. It's clean. The lights are dim because it's like again, it's the ambiance of hell. So it's this red, dim, you know, lighting. And so a person would imagine themselves when they're viewing this still shot of the bathroom of hell as if they're coming out of the stall. Maybe if they got good hygiene, wash their hands, and they are turning to walk out the door into the main hall of hell or the club of hell. And I say club as in a party scene because the very first video Lil Nas X made that has gone viral and is very controversial is called Call Me By Your Name. So I guess I got to talk a little bit more about that video. The video I am now referring to was published or released a few days back. The one I was just talking about was just released on May 28th. So going back to the original video, Call Me By Your Name, the contents is as follows. We have Lil Nas as the main character, and he is playing a character. It seems like the scene in his video opens up with him in the Garden of Eden. He's the very first human that has ever existed. He's in that naive state without any consciousness, awareness of sin. Then the serpent comes down that looks like some type of breed alien serpent entity with a third eye. The entity overtakes Lil Nas and seduces Lil Nas and kisses Lil Nas and has maybe like a sexual type of encounter with Lil Nas. The video fast forwards and he is like in a different timeline in the history of the world that he's in. And I say the world because the world in the video that's depicted is somewhat scientific, fantasy scientific depiction of our reality and periods, historical periods. It's more fantasy like. So anyway, Lil Nas, the first human who is now touched by the temptation of sin, is fast forwarded in the timeline of his world. And he ends up in like a coliseum being judged by others for his alternative sexual practices and how he presents himself. Then the video fast forwards and he thinks he's going to heaven, and all of a sudden he begins to descend down into hell. He descends down into hell gracefully on a dance pole, and then he enters into hell and seductively seduces Satan himself and giving Satan a lap dance and everything. By the end of the video, Lil Nas has gone behind Satan, snapped Satan's neck, took the crown or the horns off of Satan, and put them on himself. Now, I talked about that video to come back. Now, and so the whole time now, remember, that's his actual video, his rap video, his song video, music video, however it's labeled. And so, he got the beats and the music and the rap going on. Okay, that was the one the other day. Today, he releases another one. 2 minutes and 17 seconds. You're in the bathroom in hell. And the title says you are in the bathroom while Lil Nas is on the other side of the door lap dancing the devil. So what message is he sending? He's actually sending a message and a response to haters or people that don't agree with his creative moves and his sexual preference. He's sending a message just to anybody that's objecting to him in any manner. And why do I think that? I think it because in the video I watched today, the 2-minute and 17-second video where the viewer has the perspective that they're in the bathroom, there's no sound at all. But if you saw the video the other day, you know that there's sound and there's music. How can I say this? But today, while you're in the bathroom, you don't hear no sound and music. So what am I bringing that up for? Immediately, I wanted to go back and watch his video, the first one, the primary video, with all of the content and the singing and the lyrics and the music and the beats and stuff like that and the visuals, because I've been told, today, hey, you're in the bathroom while Lil Nas out there partying with the devil. He lap dancing the devil. You missing everything. You missing the whole hype. So while in this still shot, this quiet bathroom, it's this urge to want to go back and watch the video, because the original video, because it means that you've come out of the bathroom, out of the stillness and the quietness, inactivity in the bathroom, back into the party scene. You back with Lil Nas X, the party and the devil and him lap dancing and whatever's going on. Another thing that occurred, or that his video today means in response to others that may be hating on him, or in disagreement with him in any way, is that he's saying, check it out, while you on bullshit, I'm out here taking the throne. I'm out here taking the throne of Satan. So what does that mean? While you indisposed, at the most inappropriate time, you indisposed at the most inappropriate time. Why might the time be inappropriate? Because now he up face to face with the devil. You know how it be in the club. The club be full. You got to get through the club to the important people. Well, he done made his way to the important people while you indisposed in the bathroom. On some what? BS. BS. You ain't doing nothing. You wasting time. You crapping. Or you're in the crapper. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't where it's hype. You're not where it's hype. That's what it suggests, that video today. While remember the title says, he in the room giving the devil a lap dance. So he's doing what he needs to do, is what he's telling his audience, or his haters, the people that don't agree with him or opposing him some way. Hey, I'm doing what I got to do to what? Get the throne of this kingdom, get the crown to this kingdom, get the throne to this kingdom. And we know that because in the original video, he breaks the neck of Satan and then snatches the crown or the horns off of Satan and put them on himself. So what he's saying, he getting the bag. He getting the bag. Now, when the bag is the money, the riches, the wealth, the fame, all these things that the devil is synonymous with granting a person that sells their soul to the devil. Now, what if I say it thus far? I just say, hey, Lil Nas came out with this video that's highly controversial, lap dancing the devil. He came out with a new pair of gym shoes with, they say, a drop of blood in them and a pentagram, and it costs over $1,000. He ain't going to take all that $1,400 stimulus, but he want to take the majority of it. He wants you to spend the majority of it on his shoes. And then today, he got the viewer in a bathroom of hell. He is a marketing genius. Let me share some of the comments that some people left on today's video, the bathroom of hell. One person said, I can actually picture myself here. Here where? In the bathroom of hell while the party is going on outside. What did I tell you? My first emotional response was to want to go back and find his original video so I could get back to the party. Okay. Another comment a person says is that I had to double check this is the official channel. Same thing, same experience I had. I was like, is this really his channel? I've never seen Lil Nas X channel before. I don't search Lil Nas X channel before. The only excuse to why his Lil Nas X channel popped up on my page or in my suggestions is because I made a video about interpreting his birth chart yesterday. So, okay. But I had to check, see if it was his official, channel too. Okay. One more comment a person made on his video today of being in the Hell's bathroom. A person says he's really, pay attention, he's really hitting the he's really hitting Generation G. He's really hitting Generation Z's sense of humor. I'll say that again because I kept messing up. A viewer commented on his Hell bathroom video saying that Lil Nas is truly hitting on Generation Z's sense of humor. That comment right there is a clue to let people know that where the older generation or maybe more religiously or socially orthodox type of people that may take offense to his work, Lil Nas work, and saying his videos and things like that, and his designs may take offense. The younger generation is enjoying it. Most of, not all, but most of the younger generation is really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. Now, Lil Nas, I learned a little bit about him when I did his birth chart reading yesterday. I learned that, how is it in Detroit? Detroit, it's been okay. It's got cold and rainy. I can't wait for it to get warm. I just wanted to get warm, but not hot, where niggas, N-I-C-C-A, gonna go crazy. I can't take no more. I can't be ducking and dodging and swiveling and doing all that no more. My knees ain't no good. I got a few moves left. I don't know. I don't want to use them. So it can just stay warm. But it's pretty good here. How about your neck of the woods? So when I was doing, when I interpreted or took a look at Lil Nas X birth chart yesterday, I learned a few things about him. It seemed, based on my studies, that he emotionally insecure. When I say emotionally insecure, it seems to be some rain sounds yummy. The other day it was raining and the wind was blowing, and when I say it just felt good. Laying in the bed in the middle of the night, it just felt good. I was able to truly relax and let go. I ended up drifting off to sleep. It was so wonderful. So wonderful. You got to appreciate the little things. So back to Lil Nas X. Now, Lil Nas X, it seems, is emotionally damaged or wounded. And it seems like the wounds may have originated from a lack of care or nurturing or nourishment from his mother or his grandmother or something like that. Or he presumed that he was not loved or cared for, in the way he needed to be. He left from living with his mother. He moved from living with his mother. He moved with his father. And he with his father, and his father is, I think, like a Christian singer or something like that. And I remember when I read his bio in Wikipedia said that he lived in some project somewhere. And anywho, it just seems like he didn't feel safe. He didn't feel secure. He didn't feel like somebody really loved him for who he was. And it was to the extent that um, he had a slow start. And when I say slow start, I mean he was always had that creative knack. Um, uh, but it was only developed after some necessary life experiences. Only allowed the necessary life experiences that he was scheduled to have over the course of his life allowed him to bloom, artistically bloom. And by the time I got through reading his birth chart, it suggested that he has not moved to heal these emotional wounds in any way. And what we see of him, whatever he offers, example of what he's offered is his music and the videos and the what do you call it, designs and things like that, are a physical manifestation of the state of his soul, of who he is, who he has become. He's aware of who he is now, like he snapped the devil's neck and took the devil's crown off, devil's horns, and put them on his whole own head. He is aware of who he is. That's what his life, a lot of them is what his life taught him. And it also allowed him to become who he is, again, artistically and different things like that. So he hasn't moved to heal any emotional wounds or anything. He's highly, what do you call it, wounded, um, uh, insecure on an emotional level. And is a person, an example of a person that is um, choosing to tend to fill the void with materialism. That's what he wants to do and is doing, fulfilling that emotional void with materialism, wealth, money, fame, prestige, influence, etc., etc. And it's by any means necessary, period. There are only very specific people that Lil Nas can kick it with because people don't understand him. But those people that allowed him to climb the, what do you call it, the music industry ladder, they understand him. They understand his psyche. They understand where his soul is. They know where he is, and they're doing business with him. They're actually doing like soul contract stuff with him. I'm talking about for real spiritual soul stuff. When we start talking about, or when I started this conversation talking about selling your soul to the devil, this is the case. This is a perfect example of selling your soul to the devil. Now, how do we look at this? Overall, how I suggest society look at this? Because that's one of the problems. The young folks ain't looking at it, many of them, that he's really legitimately selling his soul to the devil. Really. And he is like, let me tell y'all a story. I got to offer some TMI at some point in time. There's something that I know, so I'm going to give you a gem. This is a gem. Put it in your pocket. Is that when Satan, the devil, adversary, however you like to label him, attempts to attack you in your life, he sends his minions, his soldiers, whether it's a female soldier or a male soldier, he sends his soldiers after you. These minions, some call them minions, come in different forms and different walks of life. An example is it could be somebody that comes to that you fall in love with, that court you or something that you fall in love or like with and get all googly eyed with. They could be a minion from Satan. Or somebody could come to harass you or sue you, and they're a minion of Satan. You can have a medical doctor or nurse or practitioner or whoever could be a minion of Satan. So when the devil, Satan, sends his minion, whomever they may be, in whichever form they come, in whichever role they stand in this physical world, and he sends them to come to try to destroy you, sometimes the destruction is not immediate and can be long term, lifelong sometimes. Sometimes it's sudden and it take you right on out. And other times it can be a long term chiseling away, deconstruction of your physical existence, as well as the state of your soul. I'm hoping I'm making this make sense. Now these minions come in and they use all type of different tactics. And I say all type of different tactics because remember they can come in different types of forms. A way somebody you love come attack you is going to be different from the way a doctor attack you or an attorney attack you, suing you on behalf of somebody, or on and on and on, or a teacher, or whoever, a family member. It's going to be different how the tactics that they use to try to destroy you. So over the course of your experience with this devil sent minion, if you are able to stand in integrity, when I say stand in integrity, I'm talking about really be with your higher self, consult with your God. I'm talking about, how can I say it? I do believe that most of us know when something is wrong. I'm not going to be as vain to say that all of us, or bold to say all of us know when something ain't right. But I think the majority of us do. We know when something just ain't right. If we're in a love relationship with a person, we know something just ain't right. How do we know? How do they keep cheating on me? Why do they keep stealing from me? Why is they lying on me? Why don't they take? Just go on and on. The attack is like my Angelo say, they'll peck at you, peck to destroy you, wear you down. Lower your self-esteem, try to get you killed yourself, or whatever the case may be. Whatever tactic they gonna use, right? And so you get the sense that something wrong, okay? Or all of a sudden it come out of nowhere, you're falsely accused of something and you got to defend yourself. And it's that constant, it's how a person comes at you with the false accusations, the draining of your finances. It could be somebody trying to divorce you or sue you for defamation of character and you don't even know them, all kinds of things. It's people that, again, I'm going to give you an example that many people I'm sure have never thought about. A lot of people are fully devoted and dedicated to some religious institutions. Especially back in the day, I used to hear about this when I was a little girl, and how the women parishioners would give all of their money to the church, and they were themselves living in poverty. And the pastor or the preacher might keep calling on them for donations and love offerings and playing devil's advocate, the minion. The devil is minion come in different forms. Again, it has different tactics to try to destroy you, to destroy you. So I'm going to try to move on. So we know that the devil sends minions after us. And those minions come to what? Destroy us. And they use different type of tactics to destroy us. God-like people, Christ-like people, But are you aware that if those minions are not successful in destroying you or a person, why? Because you kept praying. You ain't got to be religious or in church. I ain't talking about that. Now here we talking about real life spirituality. You didn't pray, you didn't fast, and you didn't supplicate. Because what? Something just ain't right. You didn't did your research. You didn't talk to yourself. You might have had to go talk to a therapist, but you're figuring it out. And you're not allowing that minion to continually peck at you or dig away at you successfully. And then eventually, all God's true people break free of those minions. Now, mind you this, when you break free of the minions, guess what? Guess who ends up getting the torture and torment and the punishment that the devil had for you or a person? It is that minion. The minions get it. So, let's see. I talk so long to try to describe some things, I forget what I'm talking about. But I was talking about Lil Nas X and the Generation Z. The Generation Z, I do believe, are his peers, maybe plus or minus 5 years outside of his uh, peer range, you know? And as the person comments, say, hey, he hitting right up on a sense of humor. What's the sense of humor about? You know, how do this younger generation think? Number one, they're entitled. They've lived, many of them have lived abundantly, you know, because what the time period that they have been born into. Wearing very expensive clothes, like live a life of luxury. Parties, hangouts, kids go to hotel parties, swimming pool parties, trips, all kinds of things. Some of them have cars, and I mean the clothes are expensive, like True Religion jeans. I don't know what gym shoes is out here, but everything is expensive. The video games very expensive. They eat out. They go to the mall. All kinds of things. Some get to talk to their parents however they want to. So what I'm saying is this generation that actually Lil Nas is marketing to has the same mentality, and even the homosexuality is what he is marketing to them in order to promote his name. To remember, his mission is for fame, wealth, material gain, those kind of things. He wants all that this world has to offer. Based on his birth chart, he ain't trying to heal his emotional state. He feels like if he can acquire all that is pacifying in this world, enticing and pacifying, he looks at pacifying, he okay. He okay. Anywho, that bathroom scene of the video today lets us know that he's saying that for any haters or opinionated folks, hey, y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't doing BS. I'm out here taking the world by force, basically. And then the younger generation, he is promoting Satanism, which is clearly shown. He is promoting deviant homosexuality. Deviant. I've been trying to define, and here it is again, the deviance that is being, that's coat-telling on homosexuality. What am I saying? Because a person's homosexuality identifies as LBGTQIA as a part of that community does not mean the person is deviant. But I'm realizing that, media is really trying to make alternative sexual practices synonymous with deviant sexual practices, which are also depicted in his first video. So hopefully y'all getting what I'm talking about, because I'm just talking. You say, YouTube rain to sleep every night. I consider rain a big thing to appreciate. It really is. Nancy, my mother is officially giving herself over. My mother is officially giving herself over, or was taken over by Satan. Oh, Lord, I'm not kidding. Like the movie's Misery. Oh, God, really? Oh, my God. And I was very conscious when that movie Misery came out, so I truly understand what you were saying. Wow. You know, we live in some concerning times, and times are very scary. You know, like, I remember I got to go back to when the devil offered to buy my soul. And it was just this one time that really stood out to me. And there were other times, but it was this one time. I always tell you, I seem like it's something that's greater than me that wants me to be aware and wakes me up. And this last time, that was maybe about 6-7 years ago. I don't know how long it was. 7, 12. It was 2012. How long ago was that? 8 years, about 8 or 9 years ago is when the last time the devil fully came to me and offered, me a soul contract. And I told y'all I respectfully declined. But my experiences, I don't know, I'm a weirdo. This is Aquarius Rant. I'm a weirdo because I can never deny what I've experienced. I'm of sound mind. And I know what I experienced. And it was, what I'm trying to say, it was really scary to me 8-9 years ago when it happened, because I was like, this stuff is real, and I can't get nobody to see it. I can't get my own kids to see it. None of their friends see it. No adults that I know see it. My family don't see it. And I guess I'm the weirdo, or I'm the crazy one. But I know I've experienced it. Like I said, 8-9 years ago when it happened, it was so, I don't know, it was, I think, I don't know, I was in a space where I heard it louder. Remember, you got to go watch that video. It's called Can You Sell Your Soul to the Devil, where I talk about it in detail. But I just heard it and experienced it louder. It was bolder. It was more like that thing that's greater than me said, fool, pay attention to what's going on, because the devil keeps coming back. In times past, I shrug it off like, what? But it's like, no, you're not going to just say, shrug it off your shoulders or your back and say, no more. You're going to be 100% conscious of what's happening, because if you don't, the devil will catch you slipping. He'll come back, as he has reoccurring over and over again. He gonna catch you slipping, and your soul gonna be gone. One of the things I know for sure, people don't even believe in their soul. I have a hard time believing that I have a soul, but then again, I don't deny nothing I've ever experienced. And I talk about going into a funeral home and looking at the deceased, and I realize it's a void. There is something absent from the body. And so we call it in this world a soul. It is a soul. It is that part that kept moving, kept moving. That is of the uttermost importance, because I don't believe it ends. I really don't. I think of the soul like, what's the Big Bang Theory? I think we originated from a single source, and I think we have continued to expand. Did it stop? What happened? My hands wasn't even on this table. I don't even know if I'm alive or not. Oh my God, I guess so. Look like it's still running. I guess I can't tell over here on my board shift. So, I understand how to say, when I say I can't, nobody seems to perceive. Oh, that's why I got to talk about perception. I did a video. Y'all, I got to start giving me my accolades. Y'all got to start passing me along. Look at my records. You got to remember, when you listen to me talk, when I deliver a message, I try to be dramatic like this so y'all remember stuff when it come up. Once again, I told you so. I said I wasn't going to say it. I told y'all. So I'm going to say it. The stars told y'all. The stars told us all to keep our eyes open, because there were going to be some charismatic leaders and other social influencers to watch them. And I did that video. That's one of the last live streams I did, maybe 2 or 3 live streams ago, where I was decoding the stars. And it's called Decoding the Stars. Charismatic leaders and other influencers' motivations. That's what one was called. Then I went in and I made a video talking about the things that I had been watching, and it's called me talking about fairies, wink wink, fairies, the purge, and the criminal underworld. Not too long ago, I talked about how, this was about several months ago, I talked about, saying, hey, y'all, I walked in my local gas station, and they had these glass blown pipes. If you follow me, you know the story about my introduction to glass blown pipes. as weed pipes, but they was crack pipes during my era. And now that they came back out, saying y'all they about to run dope all through here again. I don't know what they're gonna run. They're gonna run some stuff. Since that time, a few months ago, what month are we in now? So it was about, I don't know, I have to look back at my video catalog. Since that time, I found out that the laws have changed surrounding drugs. And I won't go into detail about that. I've chitter-chattered about that at different times. They are have moved to decriminalize the use of drugs. They have redefined drugs and like how to categorize them so they know when to penalize a person. Very specific science there. They also, it was something else. I mean, they decriminalizing hard drugs, and it was something else. I was like, wow, I have really been in tune with my environment, the reality, the current events, and the stars, and each of your lives helped me to, see what I see. So anyway, y'all gotta pay attention. So I just did a video. That's what I was about to say. I did a video maybe a month ago talking about the powers are using our perception and perspective against us. In this video, the second video I was talking about, where the viewer of the video was would perceive perception and the powers are using our perception and perspective against us. A viewer would perceive that they are in hell. A person would perceive that they are missing something. You know how you're missing something? And it is a way to spark a person's interest, in this case, to return to this video that feeds into Satanism and homosexuality, not just homosexuality, I have to say deviant homosexuality, and deviant transgenderism. Understand the deviance part is very important. People are missing that. And that's another attack on the people's perception. What am I talking about right now for a minute? This is just an Aquarius rant. Is when we start talking about perception of LBGTQIA, I gotta look it up, then I still ain't did it, y'all, procrastinating. Perspective. All the people in that community are equally as much loved and hated as anyone else in the world. However, that's in reality. But because the powers have distorted our perception and perspective, that specific community and the members of that specific community have been victims of, what do they call it, hate crimes? Hate crimes. So why are people hating the members of this specific community? Talking about the LGBTQIA community. Why? Are people so vicious and hateful and violent and harmful into harming the members of that community? What are you doing wrong? What are any of you doing wrong? Well, I'm telling you, the Spirit came and told me the reason why people are really, really hating on y'all and disliking and not accepting of yourselves and your lifestyle choices is because the powers have messed with the masses' perspective of y'all and how we perceive y'all. By what? Duck-telling, sexual perversions to y'all community. That's it. And whenever somebody sees a lesbian or lesbian, I don't know, gay, trans, And however a person, label himself. I don't know. People also see some form of perversion. Is that not? Y'all gonna let people? You know what I'm saying? That make me mad when I think about it. You're gonna let the powers manipulate people's perspective of who you are. That's deep. That's where it comes from. Anyway, I back it up because once again, what Lil Nas X taps into that which is creating the hatred against the community. Now I got to come back over here and talk about the young folk. Young folk are, remember, the person commented about their sense of humor. A lot of young folks are tickled by all of this. And remember that most people don't even acknowledge the soul, not even aware of it, have no comprehension of it, that it's real, can't hold on to it. Always talking about how the whole awareness of having a soul that lasts eternally is something that's surreal and we can't hold on to it. Young folks ain't no different. Most young folks ain't taught about it, nothing like that. So when this marketing scheme comes along, they tickled pink, highly entertained, and also opened up. This is another thing, they're being opened up to spirits, different suggestions. When I say suggestions, I'm talking about going back today in the video I experienced about the bathroom in hell. Repetition. Practice makes perfect. Repetition, that kind of thing. So let's say hypothetically, somebody already watched a video, young folk already watched a video, and it's like, I'm done with that. But then today, get stuck in a bathroom, again, no sound, the party going on outside the door, they return to the scene. Why is that important? Because attached to this video are a lot of dark entities or suggestions, however a person labels them. Now let's say hypothetically, some young folks ain't even be interested in seeing it. Get caught up on that page where they stuck in the bathroom and the title suggests that the party going on the other side of the door. Well, they gone over there, watch it for the first time. And whatever spirits can rub off on them. In religion, such types of experiences are called seed planting. Just plant a seed. The seed is planted. The seed will grow. It will grow, especially if you water it. So let me talk about this younger generation a little bit more and how they are lascivious. The younger generation, that Z generation, plus or minus 5 years outside of their generational or peer range, generational peer range, are lascivious. Again, used to living the good life. They have a good life, and it's masses amount of them, even across the world, that get to live this good life. Historically, based on what I learned over the course of my life, it ain't been like that for young folk. It was barely like that for grown folks. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, what I'm saying is this whole promotion, this marketing scheme is something that's highly entertaining to them. Their guard is down. Any guard that they may naturally have, because it probably has not been developed, because their ancestors and seniors ain't taught them about their soul. They don't even know it exists. But I think there's still yet a guard that is kind of up, because we be knowing something wrong. Something wrong. Well, their guard drops. Their guard is dropping. Another thing, and then it's the hot gym shoes, something trending, something popular, and especially in certain cultures. I know I'm all over the place. Aquarius Rant, the gym shoes that who Lil Nas X created are over $1,000. So anybody that buys them, the shoes are a novelty. They are over $1,000. So that suggests that a person got it. They got that bag, that money. They was the actual ones in the party with Nas when he was lap dancing the devil. You know what I'm saying? They part of a popular crew. Lord have mercy, the devil. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna try to remember what I gotta say. Aquarius Rant. I didn't have many notes. I was busy working. Okay, working great time. Okay, how I get all the way back up there in this chat? I'm on. Hi, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Thank you, because I have been procrastinating. You know, I get on here. I be like LBGT. Let me see. I say LBG. I get it all out of order because I say LBGTQIA. I got the G and the B. Okay, I ain't been doing too bad, but I can say it. I'm a researcher to make sure that I'm using the right letters in the right order. And procrastinating ain't did nothing. Ain't did nothing. I remember what you said. Thank you, Yanni. Yes, it's important, anybody that views me, to remember what I have said or anybody has said. Why is it important? Because that's the only way you're going to be able to discern who's telling you the truth and who ain't. Thus far, I can go back as far as I can remember on my channel, and it's nothing that I told y'all on here that was a lie. It all came into being. It all was true. All warnings were issued. Right now, I'm in this phase where I'm trying to figure out how to. Let me talk. How can I say? I want to say two things at one time. Talk about the same thing. I want to talk about the powers, the people that are really in power, and how they're able to orchestrate and execute the moves that they do against the people, us, because they are able to stand over and look over the world as if it is a small miniature town. They are able to play God. Okay, so that's where I am now. I'm attempting, for some reason, I can't get my mind to organize all of the information I've accumulated thus far over the course of my life in a logical miniature world that I can overlook like God, so I can actually see the intricate details of it. Now, if I can say that everything I've shared here on this channel has been 100% correct, I'm not going to be humble. It was 100% correct. Then if I can put it in order, if I can see it like the powers can see our world, and that's how they're able to manipulate and play it like a game, then I can help everybody else see it, so we know how to move. I don't know how to. I'm still trying, y'all. This is what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to do. I have some art background, and so I don't know. Do I paint it? Because I'm not. It's not a two-dimensional. What I'm seeking to create is not two-dimensional. It's not two-dimensional at all. It's not even third-dimensional, because I have to take in consideration the souls and the spirits and it's so many layers at one time. I'm telling you, I think that the best technology that probably exists that has the capability of creating what I'm talking about is already in creation now. And it's in the powers have this power in their minds, but they've converted that power in their mind into like holographic designs, because holographic designs deals with many layers. Hi, King Fitness, how you doing? Create a script. That's 3-dimensional. It ain't even 3-dimensional. A script. It's not that. This is something like a hologram. Like the powers that be mind is a hologram. Their thoughts are holographic. The best way I can describe it. But their minions don't have that capability. So in our real world, they have created holograms so that they can show their foolish, simple minions. Us, the general populace, we don't have those holograms. What they have started doing is introducing holograms to the general populace through what? Tupac, Whitney Houston acts, and different things like that. Holograms, like you go into a Hallmark store and it's the crystal laser cut, kind of look. But we don't have holograms with content of our worlds, our lives, and the spirits and energies that are around us. That's what the powers have, and it's that is their mind. I don't know how to make that make sense. I think I did a good job. Anyway, I'm getting off subject matter. I'll come back there later. This is an Aquarius rant. I got to finish talking about selling your soul to the devil because I'm pissed. I always let y'all know I'm pissed. I made a video a while back talking about I didn't make it to the promised land. Just like Martin Luther King, Gandhi, whomever, Moses, I didn't make it to the promised land. I understand why. I'm mad as shit about it because there ain't no benefits if you don't make it to the promised land. So I'm telling you, I'm mad about it. So I'm saying it today. I'm mad as hell. I didn't sell my soul to the devil. I know. I need to restate that. I did not sell my soul to the devil. I understand why. But what I don't like and what I talk about to my God is this is the thing, ego. It's the ego. It's so much. This is an Aquarius rant. I'm all over the place. But how can I say it? See, I've gone into detail about all of these subject matters. And you know my videos be an hour to 3 hours, even 6 hours long. When I go into detail about a subject. And so when I'm just ranting, I don't want to get lost in any particular subject matter. And so right now I'm talking about being a loser. I'm gonna be this loser today. This is why I'm gonna take that title, that label. And what do I mean when I say I'm gonna take that title of loser right here, right now, for this moment? Because don't get to the promised land. I don't get the gifts of the promised land. I didn't get the privileges of selling my soul to the devil because I wouldn't sell my soul to the devil. And so I go to my God quite frequently. And I always tell you, I'll be trying not to be ungrateful. I try to stay humble, but I got an ego and it's hard. It's hard because I feel like my God, I'm not talking about whoever God, we might have the same God, I don't know, it's my God, my higher self, and who I kick it with or what I kick it with. I'd be like, I say it's not fair that because I won't like bend to the will of the dark side that I can't have lasciviousness in my life. That's ego, lasciviousness. And I said it just like that for a reason. To maybe just indulge in this word. I'm talking turn up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you what I'm trying to explain, and I tried to explain to y'all before, is that, how do I say it? My life has been a roller coaster ride. I try to describe it like that. So I have turned up. I've had caviar, Dom Perignon, things I can't remember the name of, hundreds of dollars worth of bottles of champagne wine. I done did it all. I had the best ganja. I done traveled. I done did all. I done turned up. I done had the best demon out here. I done turned up. You know what I'm saying? I done been cute, fly, sexy, and that I done ate what I wanted to eat, and I done did it. So I have lived lasciviously. How can I say? But I've also experienced the other side of homelessness and of utilities getting cut off and of shortages of food and of kids being sick and of heartbreak and just being stuck in some of the most trifling experiences a person could be in. But thank goodness to that, which is greater than me. I wasn't there long. Thank you. So I'm appreciative of that thing. And so I can't even describe, I can't articulate what I mean by getting to the promised land and reaping the rewards. I can't because it's ego-based. I know that. But it hurts. It hurts because I put in the work. And chose not to sell my soul to the devil. There's no reward in it. And I don't know how to talk about it because it ain't supposed to be no reward in it. You do it because that's who you are. You do it because that's your soul. But anyway, it don't matter to me. It makes me mad. Am I making this make sense at all? It makes me very, very, very angry. And it's a comparative thing. It's a competitive thing. When I say I'm talking about of this world, it's like being of this world and not being able to be satisfied. It's not being able to be satisfied and knowing that there is a way, there's a mean, there's an avenue, just like Lil Nas is. He telling you, hey, it's a way you can tap into the luxuries and the treasures and the abundance of this world that you can, what he's preaching through his artistic endeavors, is that, hey, you can pacify your physical worldly wants, needs, urges, and desires. But that's the trick of the devil. One thing I know is that you can't satisfy. What I tell y'all, you can pacify. You know what I'm saying? You can pacify the needs, the wants, the desires, and the urges. You can do it, but everything in this plane is temporary or temporal. You know, it's temporal. It all decays. The moment it is created, it begins to decay. And the only thing left at the end is what? Your soul. Your soul. And so Lil Nas X and folks like himself, because I'm a person that, you know, talks about how anybody can sell a soul to the devil. That means being willing to take your physical body and perform some act in this physical world that misleads somebody to hell, to lose their self. Period. Anybody can sell their soul to the devil. And every day, all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, people are being offered to sell their soul to the devil and don't even know it. Like I said, I don't even know it because something is greater than me that said, fool, wake up and look and see what you are experiencing. And see, I don't think that desire, comfort is ego. You don't think, but I mean, I'm saying it's a difference. Now, what I say, even, how do I say, in the height of my indulgence in the world, I'm talking about when it was good, when I could have perceived myself as a superstar, good. It's the same as having the basics met. Superstar status and having the basics met is the same thing. Trick of the devil. I don't even know how to articulate it, but I'm going to try. What do I mean? Like you were saying, and what I'm responding to is Yanni. And Yanni says, hey, she doesn't think that desires are, desired comfort is ego. What I'm saying is that the inability to be able to discern that there is no difference between your needs being met and the superstar lifestyle is the same, is ego. And I'll try to expound upon that and explain. As a human being, once a soul takes on what? A physical vessel will manifest in this world. There are certain things, requisites, that must be met. We've always talked about them. You need to eat and drink, right? Well, the life provides. I'm talking about outside of man and everything man and the powers here have done to keep people from getting what they need or making it difficult to get what one needs. Eat and drink. So you can eat and drink. It's the two sides. It's the rock star lifestyle or the abundant lifestyle and the basics being met. So what if you live a basic experience, you having a basic, you like me, going through a phase of basic being provided for as far as basics. I can get up any day and drink me some water and eat me, I don't know, a piece of chicken or lettuce, whatever a person into. You know, that's when the basics are being met, the little basic humdrum lifestyle. But if I go through a phase in which I am living a rock star phase, then I can get up and I ain't got to drink no water. I can drink some bottled water, what's some of that expensive bottled water? You know, some smart water, some Alvine or something like that water, or the waters, you put the cucumbers in it. Oh, some good water though. Some good water. 5 cents is get you. Rather than eat, what else I was going to eat when I broke? A piece of fried chicken. Okay, I'm going to eat a rotisserie chicken. Let me expand that separation, them degrees of separation a little deeper. In one phase, one experience, I drink water, and eat a piece of chicken, I'm provided for. I have satisfied the grand urge of hunger and thirst. Living a rock star life, I can get up and I can drink champagne and eat me some lobster. You know what I'm saying? What in that case, I have what? I have satisfied the grand urge of hunger and thirst. It is that right there. Not being able to see that they're the same thing. They're the same thing. And the ego comes in when it says, oh, the water and a piece of chicken is not good enough. It got to be the champagne and the champagne and the lobster. Otherwise, life ain't right. And that's what I'm saying is where the ego lies at. That has been me. I have had the rock star lifestyle, eating rich stuff, king's food, queen's food. I ain't supposed to probably turn up demon stuff, all that did. But I also did it in a more humble state. And I can't appreciate, or I have I'm challenged with appreciating the humble state. Because I feel like the king's or the queen state or the luxury state or the rock and roll state is greater. And if I'm not able to live my life partaking in this world in the kingly or queenly state or the rock and roll state, then life ain't right. It ain't fair. You know, there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with it. Now, these things go so deep, so many layers, because what I want to talk about a little bit now is how when you sell, a person can sell their soul to the devil. I'm gonna say this. This might be a little too complicated to talk about just off the top of my head. But a person can sell their soul to the devil. How is it? Every person that's born into this world has their own specific soul journey. Like life is something, to me, predestined, pre-planned. It may how do you call it, decor as you move through life, the sound effects, the scenery may change, but there's certain lessons that you come to learn. And your life is starting at a predetermined time, and one's life ends at a predetermined time. And so you're going to go through your life, you're going to have these life experiences, whatever a person's unique soul life journey is. And at any point in time along that way, any person in this world can sell their soul to the devil to try to get a little more favor. A little more favor. And I say a little more favor like that because the truth of the matter is, even if a person sell their soul to the devil or they stay humble, you're still going to have the same soul journey. Who Lil Nas is now is who he was meant to be. He was meant to be socially affluent, an influencer, famous in the arts or the music industry. That's what he came here to do, to express himself in that way. However, he's selected along the way to, sell his soul to the devil. That means he uses his physical vessel in order to promote Satan or demonic entities or malevolent entities. Malevolent states of consciousness is a better way to state it. So anyway, I was going to talk something else. Sell your soul to the devil. It was Lil Nas X. It was something I wanted to talk about. Aquarius Rant. Should have wrote some notes. I just wrote some notes about that video. Lil Nas X. Interesting. Can't remember. I talked a little bit about the marketing, and that it's not a lot of young folks are seeing that it's a marketing scheme. Lil Nas is interesting because he is selling, I don't believe, based on from where I understand, that Lil Nas really cares about his fan base or anybody. Remember, he has some type of emotional emotionally lacked, or he's been emotionally wounded in some way. So I'm thinking, based on the information I've accumulated about him, and all that's connected to him at this time, is that he does not have the capacity to love. His wounds go that deep. He doesn't have the capacity to love. And if he can't love like that which is in close proximity to him in his immediate environment, it's like he is emotionally shut down. He does not care, the way I see it, about his fan base or anybody outside of himself. He's just trying to get comfort for himself. And he's trying to do so through materialistic means. And I say that because how people, especially his peers, are being affected and are going to be affected. But I'm talking about the perspective is a key word. Yep, that's the word I've been using. Kitty Fitness. He doesn't care about that. That's not at all his concern. His concern is comforting himself through material gain. Period. And whatever seeds are planted in his peers or anybody, and whatever comes into being, is of no concern to him. Period. Period. I'm suggesting, because of what I picked up in his birth chart, that Lil Nas got to this place where all he wanted was to be like self-sufficient. Self-sufficient. Remember, there's a self-sufficiency going back to living a humble life. What do you call it? A religious life based, or what do you call it? Just a humble man's life, a humble person's life versus a rock and roll life. So he too cannot tell. He's not being able to say, and I'm not saying a person can't have luxury. In his life, he will still have had a luxury or excessive, what do they call it? Resources. What do you call it? Like recreational resources, extra resources. He still would have had it. It was in his timeline. See, that's the trick of the devil. The devil, how do I say it? Lil Nas is still going to be who he's going to be. Again, affluent, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, my God. He is a spokesperson for Satan, and I don't even know how to say that. Because it's what I'm trying to talk about is something that has a very thin line. So the line is thin, like the line between love and hate, very thin line. Because Lil Nas is going to be who he going to be. I'm going to be who I was going to be because it's my life journey. It's my soul's journey in this physical realm. I have chosen not to sell my soul to the devil. So there is favoritism that I do not receive. But in the course of my life, I didn't have much favoritism anyway. So I don't know how to define this fine line. Like, from my perspective, if I was to sell my soul to the devil, I would have just got. I would have just got. Hey, bought false rocks. I hate to think of that, but I'm gonna give you an example. I gotta be conscious of what I share. I don't know if I should share that. To offer an example of what I'm talking about, the difference, the fine line. If you follow me, you know I have adult children. I still am a guide in their life. So I still manage certain aspects of their life. Right now, I'm talking about financially. I help them balance their finances and all kind of things. I help sit them down and help them determine how to spend their finances and different things like that. Manage that work, earnings. I help them with taxes, to sitting them down, teaching them how to do taxes, right? So I'm trying to give you an example of if I sold my soul to the devil, the difference between doing so and not doing so. As a person that chose not to sell a soul to the devil, you got to know what the devil offered me in the contract. He offered me several kingdoms. It's like an umbrella, kingdoms. It was old people, babies, children, and young adults. My category is still, my kids are still in the category of young adults. So I have major influence upon all of those different age brackets. Senior citizens, miss my whole peer line, go down to young adults, children, and infants. I got 100% influence on them overall. Devil already know it. That's what he came to offer me the contract, to be able to have those kingdoms, control those kingdoms. Got to go watch that video called "Can You Sell Your Soul to the Devil?" Anywho, had I accepted the terms and conditions that were placed on the table from the devil for me to enter a contract with him, selling my soul to the devil, what I would have gotten in return is my kids would never challenge me. They would never question me. Anything I said would be the case. Why? Because I got dominion over them. But pay attention. I always had dominion over. It was already part of my life story, my soul journey. Already was over seniors, young adults, and children and babies. Already. Devil come in, I'm going to give you this kingdom. Man, how you going to give me a kingdom I'm already ruling? I'll make you have favor. Never challenge me. But because I refuse to sell my soul to the devil, I keep hitting bumps and hurdles, the opposition from my young adults, my own children, when I'm guiding them, when I'm teaching them. And it manifests in so many different ways, whether it's the inability to focus and pay attention, or to truly digest what I'm teaching or how I'm it's always something. I just be sitting up there like, and the devil told me, I'm going to give you favor. He went into detail. I don't go into all the detail. He told me, and I be sitting up looking at him like, I can have you like this around my finger, and you up here not paying attention, talking crap, or going against me. Is no negotiation with you. It's like, now, I'd be like, so that's what I'm trying to describe what it is to sell your soul to the devil. Lil Nas, I would have to think on him, but he was already meant to, reach his level of fame and being acclaimed and all that kind of stuff. He sold his soul to the devil, so we're seeing. It's the thin line. I would have to sit and ponder to find his thin line. Because had he not sold his soul to the devil, I don't know their contract. See, it's an intimate contract too. It's intimate. If I didn't share what experience I had relative to selling one soul to the devil, or having to offer to sell one soul to the devil, you would never know what happened. You wouldn't know the intricate details, and there's more that I haven't shared. So, same thing with Lil Nas. Had he not sold, number one, we know that he sold his soul to the devil. And we know through what we are witnessing. We know what we're witnessing. Deviancy, the promotion of Satanism itself, and the lack of care for his peers, and even the younger generation, a lack of care for the younger generation. We can go even further. He is marketing to a mass amount of people, but a lot of people, at least in the United States, I think the bulk, really, really can't afford shoes that cost over $1,000. You know, not in good consciousness, not being a good steward over one's finances, especially during a time that we're going through a pandemic and possibly an economic collapse. So people and spirits by their works. So you know, I just be talking and talk. I got tape on my ear. I mean, on my glasses. I didn't know that. You say, then all these groups are given bad reputation for one thing or another and keep us fighting, keep you fighting, and not realizing the real problem. Not realizing the real problem. Dr. Shiva's on point. Don't sleep on him. But back to the subject matter. Say, don't sleep on him. I haven't seen anything pop up here on YouTube about Dr. Shiva since when he first came out. And I think he had a discussion with the guy, Young Pharaoh or something. You know, it says, I hear you at this point. A clean, quiet environment, peace at home will be wealth to me. Oh, it feels good. It might be something that comes with old age. I don't know. But it feels so good. It feels so good. And I guess, I mean, it's really difficult. And this is one of the concerns I have about the time period that we in. Let me provide some framework. What I mean, I'm saying, hey, this in 2020, the world at large met with a pandemic. So we had the V going on and unemployment shot through the roof. And then here come the stimulus and not only stimulus, unemployment and whatever else to happen. And a lot more people got more money. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time. Got more money at one time than they've ever had. And many have continued to get it on a consistent basis. What am I saying? People that make minimum wage, hell, every 2 weeks they're making $320. But since the pandemic, people have been getting what every 2 weeks? It's what they had 600. How much did they giving people 600? What was it, 600 PU? Well, I think at one time people was getting like $1,400 or something every 2 weeks. I might be wrong. Between $700 and $1,400 without having to go on to work. Versus $320 every week or $740 a month working minimum wage. Well, let me tell you something. TMI. Now, it's been times, again, my life has been this consistent, crazy ass roller coaster ride that would drive anybody crazy. Wink, wink, including me. What? This is the Aquarius Rant. But I've told y'all, and I made a video about when I woke up one morning and my childhood friend was standing over me. I said, oh, y'all, when she pop up, that's just love, bunch of money, and whatever else. It's going to be something. A creative endeavor sometime. So, whoop. I made a lot. I think I still had that video open, that a live stream I did, the Aquarius Rant, that I did. Still got it open. Because I was like, oh my God, I think that was around October 2019 when I woke up and she was there. So, oh. And I don't think I made that video, that live stream or whatever it was, and I shared, but I don't know how much I shared. I talked about the childhood sweetheart. I explained, not childhood sweetheart, childhood friend, imaginary friend that has walked with me through my whole life and how she disappeared on me because she had an attitude with me. And so I don't think I ever went into detail about why this spirit get an attitude with me and disappear. Man, now mind you, this is my childhood friend. So this is far I know of her for as far back as I'm conscious. Baby, always been there. At a certain time, how do I say? An alternate ego that is external. It's another entity. It's another being. Anywho, how can I say? Remember, she was a childhood friend, so she was always there. People call it childhood imaginary friend. So imagine a childhood imaginary friend being with me my whole youth, for as far back as I can remember. In this world, some children never tell you that they have a childhood imaginary friend, and others do. You see them running around the house playing dolls with their childhood imaginary friend. Now, that's what I'm talking about, that kind of child. So this been with me my whole life, so it's just the childhood imaginary friend. It's just them, you know. You don't think about it because nobody's ever told you about it. You're born in this world. You don't know nothing. And so if it's a childhood imaginary friend, they sitting here eating dinner with you. Your parents ain't saying nothing about it. Why? Because they can't see it. But you as a child, you don't know that. So it's just the norm is what I'm saying. You outside playing with your friends, and you ever seen a kid kind of set a place to the side or a toy to the side and they don't let you touch it? That's a childhood imaginary friend's toy. Provide for their friend. Take care of the friend. But you don't know it. Okay? So what am I telling you? I'm talking about my time period in my childhood, or me growing up. Childhood imaginary friend always there. And this, how I say, this phase in life comes. This time period comes in my life where the childhood friend is like the appropriate time to let me know why she was in and has been in my life. Remember, as a child, she's not saying too much other than give me that toy. I want to play with this toy. Or you have the sense, not that you're hearing anything, but a child has a sense that that imaginary friend wants the toy. You know, y'all playing together. So I don't know how to say it. So anyway, a phase comes, let's see what age I can think. How old was I here? I don't know. I'm gonna just throw an age out here, not to think too hard. And I'm saying maybe about 10. I guess it depends on what type of imaginary friend a child has, the type. Mine was over big money, big booms of money, love. I'm talking about indulgent type stuff, and creative endeavors. I'm talking about indulgent type stuff. So, but as a child, I don't know that. You know, I don't know that. I really wasn't aware until I was an adult, full-fledged adult, why she was in my world and why she was assigned to me. Why she was assigned to me. You know, out of all the children in the world, why was this particular spirit or entity assigned to me? There are certain times in my life, let's say, okay, I think I got it. I can say it. I had to shift a little bit. Because have you ever heard a person say that they know how to find opportunity? Just any person that's an entrepreneur, they know how to find opportunity. Easy. Now back to my experience. The childhood friend would show me opportunity when I do it. But those opportunities were malevolent. I had to step on somebody's toes. I had to do something wrong in order to get the treat. I guess I can say it like that. I always had to do something wrong. Step on somebody's toes to get the treat, the opportunity. She's not with me now. I made her mad again. I ain't gonna laugh. because they come back and get you too. But like I'm trying to think of an experience I had in my life that I don't mind sharing. You know, I'll talk about the last time in 2019 when she came and I woke up and she was back again. I knew then it was about love again, love. Again, it's about indulgence when I see her. Um, uh, uh, it's about indulgence. And so she came and she delivered as usual. Big booms of money back to back. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, okay. And I can't go into too much detail. But what am I talking about now? No, see, that was a fit now. I got older. What am I trying to talk about? I'm trying to talk about what is soon to take place in our reality, with a primary focus on these United States. This is what I'm trying to talk about. This is an Aquarius Rant. I'm offering TMI at this time, and I'm also trying to forewarn y'all about what is about to take place here into the near future. And I'm trying to do so by sharing my experience so you maybe can understand what I'm saying and also see that I know what I'm talking about. So I can't use 2019 when my childhood friend came and the big booms of money came. Why? Because I'm older, I'm mature. I said no to her or denied her so many times in my life, and she's vanished. And because I already know what she is about and what she's attached to and her purpose in my life, I also know how to offset what will come in my life as a direct result of rejecting her. Okay, so I have to go back and like in my 20s, big booms of money, come boom boom of money, and I big fat pockets. I'm running, I'm eating, I'm even drinking champagne. I don't know, Crystal, Dom Perignon, horrible, or what's it called? I can't think of this. Anyway, I'm drinking big, I'm eating big. I told y'all about how I used to like medium rare steaks. I'm eating steaks. I eat whatever I want, go where I want, do what I want. Back then, when I was coming up, when all this real live weed stuff started, you go in the shop, braid your hair for $400 or whatever, just doing whatever. And I'm not a wild, never been a wild person, but I'm talking about in my own space. I'm able to do what I want to do. Well, I guess I don't perceive, a person cannot perceive themselves in a true light. I don't know. But I never perceive myself as a wild person. I just act dramatic, for the camera. So you won't get bored, hopefully. Anywho, so, I'm living my best life as I see fit at that time with the booms money. And, I know I can give you an example. I give an example. Okay, getting big booms of money can spoil a person. Parallel to this time period in which people have been able to have access to more money than they had normally had in their life, and all at one time. And some people having freedom to do what they want to do. Okay, paralleling. So after when remember my childhood friend would bring the blessing and then take the blessing back. That's part. Take the blessing back. Comparison. People be getting all this money. I'm surprised it lasted a year. What am I talking about? Unemployment, stimulus. I'm surprised. Even though our world is not going to be like it was, meaning there ain't going to be as many jobs. People can talk about whatever they want to talk about, make up whatever they want to make up. It ain't even rational. Okay. Eventually, it's going to get taken back. Whatever. All of the benefits and everything that have given people the opportunity to live their best life is going to be taken back. In over the course of my life, the primary focus I'm gonna talk about in my 30s. The childhood free and giveth, big booms of money, live my best life, and the childhood free and take. Like, if you want it back, here's the scheme, here's the scam, here's the opportunity. Hope y'all make that make sense. So I expect the same thing is going to happen in our reality. Just like that childhood friend, our system is going to tell the people, if you want it back, then here's the opportunity. What is the opportunity going to look like in reality? I don't know. I haven't given it real in-depth thought, but it could be the raising of minimum wage. It could be. Raising the amount of minimum wage or something like that. Okay. Or some type of supplementing of people's income, or, say you can still get the check long as you for another 2 years or whatever. I don't know how they're going to do it, but this is what I see coming. Okay. How you doing, Leela? Thank me for sharing. Oh, thank you for coming and viewing, and thank you also for commenting. All right, childhood friend giveth, just like the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. The childhood friend giveth, and the childhood friend taketh. And when she taketh, then it's this withdrawal, like a dope fiend, just like a drug addict going through with withdrawals. When you got a lot of money, let me tell you, it's versus the sense like, dang, I misplaced something. Going through your purse, your files, because you've been moving so fast, but you gotta have some money somewhere. Checking all your bank accounts, your cash apps. What the hell happened? Like this, we're gonna use $1. What happened to that $100,000 I just had a month ago? What the hell? You heard me say a month. $100,000 a month ago. Ain't got shit to show for it. It's just been going and doing and living your best life, turning up as if it was never gonna end. Just going through, you be feeling like, what the hell? Then you turn around, look around, who did I loan some money to? Can I get your money back? If you get your money back or not, it's lined up with your life, your soul journey. Some folks do get it back and some folks don't. But even if you get it back, you waste that too. Anyway, so it's this sense like something is wrong or something is incomplete. Lived it. Been there, done that, lived it. And it's like something wrong. You're like searching for something that's void ends up occurring. And you want it filled. And you can become very depressed, very angry, and very desperate. Very desperate. So the childhood friend comes and says, well, if you want that back, that flow of revenue, money, finances, resources, whatever the gift is that's bared by a person's childhood sweetheart, not childhood friend, well then this is the opportunity for you. Let's see. In my 30s, I had a gambling habit. I would go to the casino and I would just play. That's when the casinos first, when they first came here to Detroit. I was playing. I was losing. And, I don't know if I should share that. Anyway, the childhood friend will frequently come and give me instructions. Give me instructions about how I can move in order to restart that flow of money or revenue. I don't even want to go in detail. And all I can say is no. I was so depressed. I would be so depressed. Even after I stopped gambling, I was about, oh God, oh yeah. I was so depressed, suicidal, homicidal. It was insane. Okay. So what am I saying? I'm forewarning that the time period is coming in the United States, and it's already started happening, I'm quite sure. As the money is withdrawn, the tide of that flow of funds, excessive funds, draws back. That people are going to go through the phase I went through. And I've been through the phase over and over again in my life until I matured and grew up and understood what her role was in my life. Because you don't understand that the flow of blessing has stopped. It's like it's going to start up at any minute. And that spirit come and tell you how to jump start it again. It gives you options. And I had thought about a time period and forgot that quick. It gives you options. And this is my whole thing. It starts just like in astrology. When Venus is coming into a person's house, any house, but let's say Venus is about to come back into her house, come out something that's transcendent or progressing through people's charts, over the course of their life. Right now, I'm talking about astrology, Aquarius Rant. I'm everywhere. So Venus is coming to her house before she come to a house, any house, but we're going to talk about her house because our house is about the house of money and wealth and prosperity and the riches and all the luxuries and treasures of this world, everything that we want to make life worth living, So before she come, it's like, she has an announcer. And her announcer is like, voof, money, voof, wealth, voof, the best lover you ever had, just voof, fall on it. Then she comes on in and you start like having a Venus experience. It's all balanced. It's all good. You're just meeting, you're kissing, you booed up. They can't get enough of you. You got enough money. You're going here, you're doing that. But as that Venus be moving through the various stages or, degrees or positions in the chart, you start getting challenges. That's when that imaginary best friend start acting up. You know what I'm saying? Acting up, for real. I forgot what I was about to say. I've been trying to describe this stuff effectively as possible. I be forgetting. I was talking about astrology because this is what I'm talking about the introductory. In astrology, let me tell you, oftentimes in movies, Hollywood, you always see any traveler or a messenger that goes to a distant land or to a king, they never come empty-handed. They never come empty-handed. They always come bearing gifts. In astrology, it's the same thing. Every time a planet move in, it come bearing gifts first before it's going to do what it's going to do. It announces, it's an announcer that comes, like before Saturn comes, it's an announcer that comes and say, hey, King Saturn on his way. Clean house, get ready, make up his bed, whatever, goes on. And so I'm saying, what I'm trying to do is parallel what I've experienced and know, with what is about to occur in this world, and especially with a primary focus in the United States. The announcer came, the big boom of financial flow for many people in the United States. And it's the came for over a year, and this then did what it had to do. People then did what? I don't know, bought Lil Nas X demon shoes. I don't know what they did. Some folks bought some guns. I don't know what they did. Some other folks bought cars. Some people paid their bills. And that's the one I figured out. It don't matter how many bills you paid. They ain't never, ever paid the fudge up. That's a whole nother video. Making provisions, however people made provisions or tried to enhance their life, to live their best quality of life. That's what they did with that announcement. And now the time has come that what? The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. The government giveth and the government taketh. And when they take back that money, all hell gonna break loose in this here world, in this United States at least. It's gonna break wide loose. And I know because I've been there where you have an abundance 1 second and the next second you don't. And you still have this sense of entitlement. Why wouldn't you be entitled to it at this moment when you were just entitled to it yesterday? Oh, that don't sit well. I'm talking about when I say this paranoia that people laughing at you. Oh, that don't sit well. That's the infliction of the ego. Honey, when I say it's about to get funky live in this here United States, believe me when I tell you, not only having this sense of embarrassment as if everybody can see that you're back in poverty. Remember, the spirits come and say, you want to bet? Here's the opportunity. Let me show you. Let me give you some examples of how the spirits come and say, you see that nigga over there? They got X, Y, and Z in their pocket. Go bang them over their head and take it. So I expect increasing carjackings, robberies, home invasions. It's about to get wild out here. Early when I started this video, I said, hey, I'm just happy if it get warm. I don't really want it to get hot. I really don't. And for me, it's because I live in the inner city. So I really don't. I live in the deep. I really don't want to get hot. Uh, the kind of scenarios and cases that I'm talking about will play out in every walk of life. But could you imagine having to duck and dodge from, because a person lives in the inner city, from every freaking angle, 360 degrees of ducking? See, it ain't like that when you get in the suburban area or the rural area. Those various degrees, it's kind of chiseled down. The houses are more distant. The people are more distant. It happens. It happens. But it's very specific. It's very calculated. It's very direct. But in the inner city, it's 360 degrees that you got to watch during this time period I'm talking about. It's about to get real. And I want to talk about how I was able to overcome, when I really realized what was going on. Because I was, when I say I was tempted, I was not only tempted face to face by the devil, but even, I can't say that. I wasn't just tempted by the devil. I was tempted by his minions, and I was also left to be tortured and tormented because of my own desires, And it took time for me. What I'm trying to say, I could have given way, and I could have restored my, the fulfillment of my desires. I could have, restarted that which would allow me to pacify and fulfill my desires, urges, and needs and stuff. But it's what opportunities were, offered to me. I don't even want to talk about them. But basically, in short, is kill, steal, and destroy. Be fraudulent, or do this or do that, or it's really insane. And the crazy part is, if you ain't never heard it, to actually hear these entities tell you exactly where to go and what to do and how to do it. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Entities tell you. I don't know if I told y'all this story before. It was this period in my life. It was in, went back to state in, that was 99, between 97, 98. I don't even know, 1997, 1998. I don't even know if, I told y'all this story. Where do I start? Because there were a lot of spiritual experiences I was having at that time. But I'm talking about entities, influence upon a person. Anyway, I would hear at that time period from an entity. I don't know. Well, I'll say this. One day my brother came to my house. This was the very first thing I remember. My brother came to my house. This is the brother I told you I was a hearing addict. He comes to my house. He said, "Hey, sister." I was like, "What, bro?" He's like, "If you had $100, would you give me 20? I said, "If I had $100, you can have 20. It's okay." He said, "Sister." I said, "Yes, bro." He said, "If you had $500, could I get $50? Something. He said something crazy like that. It was kind of silly. I said, "Yeah, bro. If I had $500 or $350, whatever he said, you can have $50. He said, "Well, okay then. I need my money because you got $1,500 right here." And he throw out a check. I was like, "Oh my God." I was broke too. "Oh my God. Give me that check. Let's go get your money." Okay. I'll bring that up because that's the period. The first thing I remember starting, him acting so silly coming into my house. Acting silly. After that, it was like snowballs of money just kept coming from everywhere. And one of the areas it came from, I told you I gamble, and I used to play bingo. That used to be part of my gambling thing. I played bingo, and I used to play bingo over in Canada. I live in Detroit, Michigan. I used to go in Canada, and I would play bingo. Bingo was played over there at some halls 24 hours a day. So I can go at any time, sit up there all day, all night, whatever. So at this time period, during that time period, it seemed like it was after that period. I heard one night, woke me up out of my sleep. said, I want you to get up tomorrow and I want you to go to bingo. Want me to go? I'm asleep. It's in the middle of the night, probably like that. A little later. I'm like, go to bingo? I don't want to go to bingo. It might have been a Sunday, something like that. I don't go to bingo on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, I want you, just the spirit talking to me back then, 1997, 98. I want you to get up and I want you to go to bingo and I want you at the 10 o'clock in the morning session. Well, it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning now. I want you there at the 10 o'clock in the morning session. Now, I'm going from Detroit to Canada, and I'm on the bus. Public transportation at the time. Okay. And it tells me also, I had went to the thrift store, and I bought this red sweater. It was a men's sweater. It was so nice. It was a pullover, knitted sweater, but it was nice. The color was so brilliant. And it said, I want you to wear that red sweater. Now, I got to wear the red sweater. Okay. Yeah, go sleep now. Go sleep. Okay. Wake up the next morning. I get myself up, get ready, put the red sweater on, get on the bus from here. It probably was like, I was really irritated with the request for me to go to bingo. So it had to be a Sunday. I don't take the bus on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I remember I'm spoiled. I done had cars and everything. And one thing that's totally opposite of that is getting on the bus on Sunday. So I have an attitude about that even to this day. So I was like, okay, I get on the bus, going all the way over to Canada. And where I went to play bingo was far away from the bridge. So I'm on the bus. I'm like, okay. I get there in time for the 10 a.m. I'm telling y'all there, I sat there and I hit every game, a session after session. The biggest prize was $1,000, session after session. Wow, 1,000. People thought, it was huge hall. People thought that I was in cahoots. I think I might have told y'all this. In cahoots with the people running the bingo hall. I hit back to back, back to back. I was like, let me get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. Oh, I'm like, I don't know customers. That was a long time ago. I was like, let me get up out of here. I got to go home. I had kids. Let me go home. So I come on home. I'm telling y'all, in 1 month, I won well over $10,000 playing bingo. I was like, I wouldn't want to go, but it would tell me every time what time to get up, what session to go, how long to sit there. It told me everything. And the whole time, it always told me, wear the red sweater. Wear the red sweater. So what am I talking about and sharing that for? Is that there are entities that can direct a person on an opportunity. That's why I'm sharing. In that case, the opportunities that it was for telling me of and preparing me for was bingo. It was gambling though, which might be why my gambling habit started, maybe. But it gave me all instructions, everything. There was no guessing about anything, not at all. So what I'm saying is that was a positive one, but some other experiences I've had and the opportunities, suggestions that were given to me were not good. They were kill, steal, and destroy. I could do it and I could restart my financial wealth, or I could restart that relationship that, may have gone south because I didn't, do or play by the rule. Because how can I say it? Like, say, for instance, a relationship. The relationship is so beautiful. It almost seems like an experience in heaven here on earth. And you may have heard me say that before. I've had experiences that have let me know heaven is real by allowing me to experience a piece of heaven here on earth. Okay. And it stopped. It stopped. Now everything is from God. Everything is from God. Even the most beautiful things are not for God. I have had, and I repeat, that I've had experiences in this particular life, in this world, that allowed me to know that heaven is real. Oh, baby. And then it stopped. The Lord give it, and the Lord take it. I ain't going to, it wasn't from God. But I say that because in the beginning, I was like, God loved me. I love me. Could you imagine experience heaven on earth or ecstasy? Being 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 full. I mean, full. Thought it was from God. But when the erupt stopping abruptly, so you in the hell. That's what I'm talking about. Even about the money, about what's been going on in leisure, being stopped and being cast out of heaven like that within a second. No forethought, no foresight, no nothing. Being cast out of heaven within a moment. Stop you from breathing. Can't think. Confused, desperate, want to back, do anything. Thought it was God until that happened. First, I was like, God, why'd you do that? What did I do? And it's about different scenarios I've experienced happen here on it. And then I realized, I was like, that wasn't God. And I realized it because, again, it was that whole concept about giving it and taking it and then offering an opportunity to get it restarted. So you can experience the exact same thing. In that case, right now I'm talking about the opportunities to continue to ignite heaven again here on earth. What were the opportunities I could have taken advantage of to reignite heaven in my life and kept it going? And then whenever it stopped or stalled, it would offer me something again. If you do it, restart heaven. So what am I talking about? It's different ways of selling your soul or selling yourself out. These are my real spiritual experiences. And I believe that people in the world overall are under spiritual attack. But I sure enough know that the United States is under a spiritual attack. And that's for all people, no matter what sex, creed, whatever, all them, what they call it, sex, culture, creed, related, whatever. We all under attack. And then there is also a more advanced attack. And I think I know the reason, but I'm not sure. I haven't really sat with it very long. That the African American community, especially the black young men, are under attack. And Lil Nas is playing the devil's advocate. And he's playing big ball. This is the thing. He is playing big ball. I'm not playing. He's playing big ball. How can I say? Do you know that there are certain people that exist in this world, have existed in this world, do exist in this world, and will exist in this world, especially if we keep on the course of action that we are. I'm not talking about we, and right now I'm talking about humanity. That there are some people that they don't know, they can't perceive nor comprehend that they are a devil's advocate or a devil's minion. Some people never know that. And they will continue to do what is within their soul. And they're the devil's advocate. So it's demonic. Kill, steal, destroy, and all kind of stuff like that. And you can kill, steal, and destroy through heavenly scenarios. So you're clear. My whole point is they never know. What am I saying? I'm saying like Lil Nas X could very well not know what he's doing at all. Don't care. Only time a person like himself, who I believe he is, there are many other people in this way, and they're every walk of life, every age, color, creed, sexuality, anything you want to check off the list. There are people in this world that they don't know that they are the devil's advocate or the devil's, they have no idea. And they will not know until they actually, their soul, their essence, their consciousness is absorbed within their master. They will have no idea. And could you imagine being absorbed by the ideology that we've assigned to the devil? You know, the whole idea that we have about Satan, the devil, Lucifer. Well, Lucifer, more than like, you know, could you imagine Lucifer knowing your soul, that what you long for, what you desire, like an urge desire. Talked about that urge desire in a video, a couple of videos ago. The urge. I'm talking about the urge. Could you imagine, you know, urge, like you get a hungry urge, you got the poop urge, you got a urinate urge, you're thirsty, your mouth dry urge, having an urge like that. No physical body. You're in the consciousness or essence of Satan. And it never will be satisfied or pacified ever again. And you stuck in that state. See, they won't know until they get to that point, period. Because they are mesmerized or enchanted by the devil and all this allurements and things like materialism, heaven here on earth, sex, sexuality, food, just any lascivious thing we can, you know, get our fingers into, you know. You can get lost in it. You can really, really get lost in it. And I understand why. I tell y'all, I understand why. I understand why. I really hope one day I can articulate what I'm talking about. A person, when I'm talking about indulgence, I'm talking about a person take away the shame, take away the potential for financial ruins or your physical vessel to be ruined, and look at what you indulge in that you love. Like a drug addict take their preferable drug, they love it, to be lost there. And I mean, what I'm talking about on a spiritual level, to be lost there in that state. And see, Lil Nas planted the seed to this kind of stuff. He don't even care. He completely absorbed. I gotta give it to him. Master marketer. Nick created some shoes, devil shoes, all satanic. It suggests Illuminati. What's popping over here on social media and stuff? Illuminati, the devil, pentagrams, just everything. All this stuff. He marketing it. And it's so slick. Tell you how life play. He was introduced to us from the song, was it Old Town Road or something, Old Town Country Road or something. Well, another thing that went viral. He went viral then. Everybody loved the song. Everybody was culture. I mean, the cultures was blended. Didn't nobody care. Everybody was doing Old Town Country Road. You know what I'm saying? And all the players to take that opportunity to get famous, to get, you know, become an influencer, and then to turn around and really go down a really deep, dark hole and start to, he throwing out these seeds. I could imagine billions of seeds. He's sitting there with this bag of billions of seeds, throwing them out to the people. And the people in the front, mostly is his peers. Just take these seeds. He don't get well, you let him get played, satisfy the physical world, wants, needs, and desires, and to be lost in them. That's the scary part. What I'm talking about now is to be lost in them and don't have the fear. See, I think I'm picking up from Lil Nas in his birth chart. He does not feel like, you know, that part where I say the childhood friend giveth and a childhood friend taketh, right? He don't have the fear of the taketh. The childhood friend giveth him, but the childhood friend ain't taking it back. He don't have that fear. Like me, I'd be like, when I see her come, I'm like, oh, here you go, this is me. I already know the game. You know, I already know you're going to take it back. And why might he not have Lil Nas X, I'm talking about, had a fear that his childhood friend, you know, just using that example, going to take it back from him. Ain't going to take it back from him because guess what? He already did. The opportunity was offered to Lil Nas and he came back with a vengeance. throwing them seeds out, and what happened? Refueled them. Think about it. It was in 2000, was it 2019 that old country song, whatever it was, came out? He been kind of quiet. He been riding the fame success of that song for a while. All right. 2 years later, it come back big. Because what? He said, started taking it from him. What started taking it from him? I don't know what spirit he working with. Maybe he really working with Satan himself. His astrological chart say he telling you exactly who he is. So he's been seemed like dealing straight up with Satan. That's what it seemed like. Excuse me. So the Satan gave it to him, gave him the opportunity, gave him a little extra favor. Because he's already, you got to remember, the devil already knew Lil Nas' life soul journey. Already knew he was going to have this fame and influence. This devil seasoned it somehow, some way. Lil Nas felt it, whatever it was. Like, I'm going to give you an example. I think I got an example. Going back to the Old Town Country Road he sung. When he came out, we got a nigga, N-I-C-C-A, come out singing country western / rap with Billy Bob Cyrus, whatever his name was. But he was able to come out wearing a pink cowboy suit. Nobody questioned him. You know what I'm saying? The devil gave him the opportunity. Based on Lil Nas' chart, I don't know if he has been gay his whole life. Was he born gay? Has been gay his whole life? Or did he transition somewhere along the way? But I'm giving you a hypothetical case scenario that he found out or realized that he was homosexual when he was in his early teens. Maybe somebody molested him. I say that because of some of the messages associated with his childhood. Anyway, so he homosexual, but everybody has been against him. His birth chart talking about how he felt people were against him. He didn't have the support. In the video he made the other day, he's being tried by everybody around him for his sexuality. So maybe for the first time, devil offered him a little extra something. And that little extra something was way to rock that hot pink cowboy outfit. Hold a sample. Nobody questioned him. He free. That might have been a little extra pepper sauce the devil threw at him, Here you go, 2 years later, over the 2 years, devil pulled back. And, he just been riding on the coattail of that song. The old country western roll song. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. And then the devil come and say, Lil Nas, like any other person, be starving, looking for the money. I don't know what he looked for. Example, me, looking for money, checking all my accounts. He was going through it. Trying to make, because things are starting to dwindle away. It don't make sense. It's still like it's supposed to be flowing. He went through that. And the devil saw he was hurting, getting desperate. The devil said, well, if you want this to flow again, then you got to do that. And he did it. He just did it. He slid down the pole with lingerie on, little Peter Weeder all out and stuff, seducing people. He not only seducing his own sex, he's seducing the young women. Hey, he a nice looking young black man. Seducing women, tattooed up, like, do it. Make the devil shoes and the pentagrams and incite people's interest in what say Satanism and magic and witchcraft and all these things. Do it. Incite people's urges. Do it. You do it, I get you back up and running, back to the fame, the flow of wealth, prosperity, being affluent. So, what am I saying? None of us, it's no different from any of us. Some people can understand what they're experiencing, and that's another thing that Lil Nas' birth chart insinuated, that he understood what he was experiencing. He understood when he was being taught about himself and every detail about himself. And he also therefore understood when the devil was talking to him and negotiating with him. Same thing I did. I had different choices, different life journey. But that's all right. A lot of people can't see that. And that's what's so dangerous to humanity overall, that we can't see it. We don't realize that we have a soul. We can't hold on to it. It's fleeting. A whole quarter of it is fleeting. And that even that a Satan or a devil is real. Now, Lil Nas came and really, oh, I want to tell y'all, that saying earlier, I told you so, I told you so. And when I told you so, when I made them videos, that's what I gotta say. When I made them videos, them several years ago, talking about selling your soul to the devil, it was people in my comments. You see this finger? My mama told me don't shake my finger at people. Sheesh. I told y'all that you can sell your soul to the devil. Don't nobody believe me, a fat black woman. Don't believe me. Do you believe in that? Is this enough evidence at all, or it's not enough evidence yet? It's not enough evidence yet. Anyway, it was people in my comments saying, oh, you can't sell your soul to the devil. Oh, the devil didn't try to buy your soul. It went on and on and on till it was pretty weird and freaky. I really have a pet peeve with people trying to tell me what I have experienced or have not experienced. Oh, God, I will shut a person down when it comes to that. Because a person can't tell me what I've experienced, what I've been through, what I've seen, what I've witnessed. But anyway, people was doing it because it's YouTube. They was all in the comments. And now, I mean, people was in disbelief that you can sell your soul to the devil. And I ain't being funny. I just don't understand how that is possible. How that is possible. But I'm still living and learning because I don't know. I realize I don't know nothing. I'm still at square one. And I say that because on YouTube last week, I saw a creator and I can't remember her name. But she was talking about how she didn't even know about Jesus. To me, that's weird. Even though I know, it's just that sometimes we just assume things. What I'm talking about assuming. Well, I know that there are different cultures and different lands and different things like that, but I never phantom a person not knowing about Jesus, period. It may not worship him, may not follow the doctrine, but just to know of the character. She didn't even know about Jesus. I was like, wow, that's deep. And since that time, she says she's been introduced to Jesus and the Christian Bible. She didn't fall in love with Christianity. She's in a place where you can't tell her nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. She's in love right now. She's raptured in that whole ideology. And she says I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. She's not religious, but she's spiritual. I get it. Because she's already been walking a spiritual path and stuff and then finds Jesus, And I came up through, I call it the Christian Baptist, whatever church, it was just, whatever. Yeah, I know Jesus. And I just never phantom that nobody knew about the character. To me, he's a character, a personification, And the same thing, it seemed, I might be just assuming again that everybody knows about Satan, but not Jesus, supposed to be the Son of God. But I guess everybody know about Satan. I have never met nobody or heard anybody testify to not knowing Satan or some form of other, depiction of some malevolent entity. I haven't never seen that. Anyway, what am I talking about? Because this is an Aquarius Rant. Again, I forget because I be all over the place. I'm thirsty. Now, I'm trying to be righteous and drink water. I am trying. I'm trying to do my best, y'all. I don't want to get sickly. I don't want to. I don't need no medical problems. I don't need them. See, the devil is a trickster. All my life, I've been eating what I want to eat and being reasonable when I thought about it. But at this point, I really don't want to pay the price. And since it's not too late, releasing the Pepsi, y'all. Pray for me. Because Pepsi and cigarettes is my downfall. They are my pride and joy. You say, wonder if this is Clone Nas. The Clone Nas. I ain't never thought about that. The Clone Nas. I wonder who was dressed as the devil. I thought about that too, Yanni. Who is dressed as the devil? Because the devil had no emotions. Could you imagine? But that was, like I say, in the opening, it showed Lil Nas and somebody else as the creators of the content in the video. And I bring them up, Nas and whoever the other creator was of that video, Call Me By Your Name, because they chose to have the devil emotionless or without any facial expressions. And it makes so much sense on a spiritual level. Again, at a certain point, there is no satisfaction. There is in hell, the whole for real state and consciousness of hell, there is no satisfaction. There is no fulfillment. Either a person has the consciousness of fulfillment and of bliss, called riding the wave. Either you got the consciousness, you know what it is, you know how it feels. So even when the body is gone and a person is absorbed into all that is, it's that awareness of what it is, what bliss is. See, bliss, heaven on earth is one thing. Bliss is a whole nother level. Bliss, oh my God, it's no space for anything. It's no, I can't explain. It's no space for anything. Just like hell, it's no space for anything. It is malevolent, dark, longing. Ain't no space for nothing else. Ain't no light. Ain't no hope. Hope is one thing. Longing is another. See, nitpicking. Nitpicking. That the reality and spirituality is in the spiritual realm is nitpicking. It really is when I think about it. But they had the devil. What am I doing now? I'm referring to what Yanni shared. Who was the devil? I thought about that because the devil was a person that played the role of helping Lil Nas perform his little acrobatic tricks as he did his lap dance. Devil just held him, to be able to perform the acrobatic moves he was doing in the devil's lap. Helped to maintain his balance and stuff. But there was no facial, they chose to not have the devil have any facial expressions of no matter how much Nas was popping or doing or flipping on him, devil never got happy, no eyebrow raised, oh yeah, I'm about to tear this up. It wasn't none of that. It was nothing. That's what people, don't miss them. You point out, don't miss that little piece right there. Devil never raised the eyebrow, never had any glee, nature didn't rise, nothing. Why? Because there's no pacification, there's no satisfaction in hell. And see how Lil Nas, it seems like kind of aware of that then. I got to take that back. He has to be aware of that. So, and he don't feel like it's going to be no take back. Ain't going to be no take back because he going to do, I guess, whatever he has to do to keep restarting it. Won't be a true Satan soldier. That's deep. But this is the whole thing. One thing that stands true, that in this physical world, you can always repent. You can always stop doing what you're doing in flip mode. So, what am I saying? Suggesting. It's possible for anybody, including Lil Nas X, whatever his name is, to repent, to stop doing what you're doing. Stop celebrating and promote Satan. And going and just letting materialism be the guiding force for him. Stop. And then take his influence, his popularity, and flip the script and begin to teach about higher consciousness. Like I say, these videos he made are masterful. Again, the marketing off the chain, the artistic depictions off the chain, everything. So I can imagine that he could flip the script. Now you could play the devil too. What was it? What is that name of that movie? Weedy something. I can't think. Play the devil. You play the devil. Do whatever the devil tell you to do. Get up there on high. Get all the influence, power, wealth. And flip the script and start being about true righteousness. That was the aim all along. The devil kill you. The devil kill you. The devil will try to kill you. I'm thinking, I've seen that flip mode happen, not on a level like Lil Nas on, but I've seen people flip script or repent This is the part that bothered me, y'all, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I can't say I ever recall, like, I know the devil will kill you if you did something like what I'm talking about, Lil Nas or anybody, or make it real hard for you. I mean, run you through the mud. I've done it this time, y'all. I didn't curse. I don't think, except twice, and I meant to do that with the BS when I was talking about the bathroom scene in the video. But I cannot recall ever seeing what I'm talking about, protection from God. Those angels to defend, not relative to what I'm talking about when a soul manifests in a physical body and does what needs to be done in this world, go down into the bowels of hell in order to get the power, the influence, and the money, and to come up with all them eyes on them, and then flip the script of righteousness. And that was the agenda all along. And then, like I said, at that point, I ain't never seen it on a real high scale like Nas. I've seen it. But the devil kill you, behead, take it. I ain't never seen, I ain't never seen nothing come down that I can recall to defend such a person. Didn't defend like Martin Luther King, them kind of thing. Didn't defend none of, people that you think if they did that, were called to it. They didn't get defended. I ain't seen that. I don't understand why. Are there defenses that are sent? Yes, there are. I have been saved many times, both in the physical and spiritual. I'll say that for another time because you know how long I talk. But on that scale, on that, to that degree, I've never seen a mighty warrior angel come to make sure that the person is not murked for playing the devil. I ain't never seen that I can recall. That's concerning to me. That's concerning to me. That's concerning to me. That's concerning to me. I'm about to, that's concerning to me. I'm going to go into prayer now, y'all. Thank you for coming here to Can Angels Fly, Tarot, and more. I know I ain't probably saying nothing I was supposed to say during this video. But thank y'all anyway for dropping by and listening to me do my Aquarius Rant and complaining. I do plan to come back tomorrow. I don't procrastinate. I've been procrastinating a lot lately. A lot. And that's not like me, but I have been. It's getting worse. I think it got to do with I think it got to do with me aging. That's what I think. Getting older. You're just procrastinating. Because I mean, actually, what I'm procrastinating about, I've been procrastinating for weeks on. But I finally, that ain't even it. I had wrote some notes the other day, and I've done a little research. I'm really procrastinating. It's getting real bad. I gotta stop. And I know why I'm procrastinating. It's my ego. It's still my ego. Again, it's that battle between being humble and accepting, where I am now. Not living a life of rock star luxury. Ain't willing to pay the price. And neither am I am on that side. I'm still being provided for. I'm not being unappreciative. I'm thankful. I'm chilling. But I also got this fear. This mother sucker will. Ooh, I hope these youths get smarter and smarter and smarter. Please wake up. Oh, please. Could I have taken, I wonder. Oh, God, I just thought about something. Now I'm going to let y'all go. I just thought about something. When I tell you the devil offered to buy my soul and what kingdom he offered me dominion over, had I took it, could I have taken it and flipped the script and got the power and then went for righteousness? Ooh. Ooh. No. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Until next time, y'all. Bye.